welcome to Bo Path of the Teal Lotus, 100% no major glitches submission for SGDQ 2025. I am Visuals, and I'm joined here with Mr. Sir71. Hello, sir.
Hello.
So what's up, guys? We're going to be going through it all here. Basically, any percent, but we're going to be grabbing all the extra juicy collectibles and all the fun stuff. So getting to see the whole game with this one, and this game is beautiful, so you want to see all of it. So we'll get started here in 3, 2, 1, go. As much as I love this opening animation, I'm gonna have to cut it short. Sorry. If you like that haiku, we're gonna see it like 40 times. So give it a chance.
Yeah, don't worry.
So we play as Bo here, little Lotus Fox Spirit, and we'll go ahead and get UI stuff out of the way. There's going to be more added later, but top left, 4 little leaves. Those are our health. And then the little fire with 14, that's our Foxfire, or Kitsune Bee, that is our money. And this run is actually pretty constrained by money. We need a ton of it. More so than you would even get in like a casual playthrough where you like grabbed everything and kind of went out of your way to grab stuff. You would still be short a little bit. So there's going to be a section in the middle of the run where we're going to have to farm for a couple minutes. But luckily that section got a little bit shorter recently with a new discovery, which I'll point out whenever we get there.
Yeah, got a long time off that grinding. Very happy about that. Also, UI top right is not part of the game. That's just an input display from us.
Yeah. So this game with an input, or with a in-game timer, luckily we have an in-game timer. I don't have it enabled, but it's because like I have my own live split. But it is accurate to the live split, so if I were to turn it on, it would have the same number. And which also is really cool because that means that PC players and console players can share a leaderboard. But that also means that when we quit out, the timer doesn't run on the menu or on the inventory screen. So we can essentially, like, you can take small breaks, like if you need to like run and somebody's banging on your front door or something, you can go run in and answer it, but obviously don't take a 10-minute break to, I don't know, go watch the second half of a TV show. But it also means that quitting out is really fast. So if we need to skip 10 seconds of walking, by quitting to the menu to go back to a shrine that we sat at, then it's even faster than the walking, so it's really nice. So,
yep. So we grabbed our first couple of items. First we have our staff, our bow staff, name of the game. And that'll be our main attack. And as you can see while we're moving around here, we tend to attack things in the air and switching up the direction on every hit. And that is the fastest mode of attack for the staff in this game, is in the air changing direction. If you're on the ground, changing direction does help, but it's still slower. And then if you're on the ground just swinging forward, that's pretty slow. And it also slows you down movement-wise, as well as the actual attack speed. So that's a cool little tech right off the bat here. And we also did pick up our tea kettle, which is like the mana in this game. So every time we hit an enemy, we get 1 tea, and we can use 5 tea to heal, and we can use it for our spells that we'll get pretty soon. Coming up on the first boss here, you can really see this fast combo action in action. You can see there's a combo counter in the top left too. Pretty cool. My fight is so much slower than that.
I forgot I also did, I did world record yesterday, and I forgot I golded that first split. That was the first time I golded in a while, so I have to run against that now.
Nice. Next ability, here's our bamboo bat. So we're going to be able to take basically anything that's blue, and use the bat in midair to just shoot it over like that. And another cool thing about that, as well as hitting enemies in midair and most objects, is that it refreshes our jump, so you can actually double jump.
No!
Oops.
Save.
We're going to do a cool trick here where we avoided touching the floor over on the right, and we're going to avoid it again. So instead of getting 2 text boxes, we only got 1.
Pretty good. Yeah, a lot of times when you see me glowing teal like that, that means I have a mid-air double jump. And hitting things in any direction. Like, if you've ever played a game like Hollow Knight, which this game obviously has a lot of inspiration from, you'll know that when you bounce off of things like that with a down slash, it's what we call a pogo. And we do call them pogos here as well. It's just like, so it's such an easy way to call it, easy thing to call it. But in this game, you kind of have to break that muscle memory a little bit because you can hit things in any direction. You get a little bit of a bump from that, and you get to double jump after that. So you can get a ton of height. They gave you just the tools to really do whatever you want in this game. They opened up a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of flexibility and a lot of rewards for cool gameplay.
Yeah.
Case in point, we just picked up our first Daruma, which are the spells in this game, as well as the Kodama Charcoal, which makes it so that once you have a certain combo in the air, it actually makes your Daruma do more damage. So as you can see, we've got Chomper here. When we shoot it, or when we press the Daruma button, we shoot it, and then when you press it again, it chomps and stops where it is and does more damage. And as you could see that time, it did a lot more damage, and that was because our tea is boiling, because we had a combo going. Pretty sweet arena, and as you could see as well, battable objects do damage to enemies as an extra bonus.
So you're going to see me trying to grab as much money as I can, but like, for example, that right there, we're not going to go like super out of our way, but we are going to try to grab anything that's directly in our path, because the more money we can get, the less time we're going to have to spend grinding later.
What we will go out of our way for are those Kodama, like the one we just pulled out of the ground. Basically a collectible. Go around the map and save all the Kodama, and then we're going to predictably get rewards for that later.
You also saw us grab what most people would think was a Kodama, but it's actually a Lucky Cat. It's what essentially is functionally a mimic that you pull out of the ground, and instead of getting the Kodama, you get a Lucky Cat that hits you, and then if you kill it, it also steals some money from you, but whatever you kill it, it gives you that money back plus like 25, 30.
Yeah, I think it takes 25 and then gives 50, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, I think so.
This section here is the Armapillo Collection quest, and what we're doing here is finding 4 of these little blue guys called Armapillos around this area and bringing them back to our friend Shimeji that we talked to, and we also saved earlier.
Thank you.
Yep. This section is pretty cool. Obviously we're using the bat ability to move them around, but also we're kind of just pushing them around when they're in the air. I still haven't shown you that clip, because pretty cool section with a lot of like pretty precise tech. This was also part of the demo when the game came out. They had a demo speedrun competition, so that is part of the reason this section is so optimized, because that was a very active competition, and you are watching the co-winner of said competition.
The other winner in chat.
There is kind of a... That's true. Shout out Sawa. Kind of a glitched route and an NMG route. By the way, we do not allow major glitches as of now. I know Sawa's done some glitched runs of the full game.
It's a little underdeveloped at the moment because as of right now, the no major glitches world record is faster than the glitched one.
Yeah, that was absolutely not the case when they got it, though.
No. They were the first one to break sub-hour.
Collect some teal ore here. Another one of our several collectibles in this run. We'll use that as a resource. You saw us get some red bamboo earlier. And we're going to get some more of that as the run goes on as well.
Yeah, there's like 6 of them, I think, and they're used for various things in the city once we get there. Health upgrades, construction projects. There's a person that like you can build different buildings and they have like different functions, and also upcoming in a yet to be released DLC. We don't know what the announcement or the release date's going to be, but it's coming soon. We're gonna have our own like room, like house. Like,
yeah.
decoration and stuff.
Might be like a base in Pokemon.
Yeah.
Here we are at Armakillo. This boss is pretty hard casually, if you've ever played it. And until you get like pretty good at the speedrun strategy, it continues to be hard. Then it gets easier. So, do a lot of damage when he's opened up like that, and then obviously we're shooting these rocks at him to do most of the damage.
Which are not RNG. Oh. But yeah, those rocks are not RNG. They always fall in the same spots, which is really cool. There's actually a shockingly low amount of RNG for a like 2D Metroidvania platformer. There's really only like RNG on like 2 bosses I can even think of. Most of the time, it's like if you always do the same movement and the same like placement and inputs, it'll always do the same thing. So it's like,
yeah. There's not even a lot of that.
Yeah, yeah. I can only think of like some enemies that do that.
Like those rocks don't. It doesn't matter what you do; they're always going to do the same thing. And now we have our dash. You know, standard dash at first, but then there is a really cool mechanic they added, which is the shine dash. When you jump out of a dash. By the way, here's a Ronald. I just wanted to introduce you to Ronald. He gives 50 Foxfire in 10 hits. So when you do a shine dash, as you can see, it does a little shine, and you keep your dash speed for longer in the air, as opposed to just letting the dash end. Pretty cool. Dashes also follow the same rules as jumps as far as regaining them in the air. If you hit something or you bat an object, you will get it back. There are some small exceptions to that, but we'll get there when we get here. Yeah!
I love the floating rock, yeah. It's my favorite.
Here's our first Omamori. The Omamori system, very similar to charm systems in a few other games. You can equip as many Omamoris as you have Omamori straps, and you sit at the shrines to equip them. When you sit at a shrine, it refreshes your health, and there's also a save point. There are a few hard saves as well, but yeah, pretty standard there as well. Oh, I always forget about this one.
Can't forget any of them. Gotta save them all.
Yeah, and you know, probably expected for a 100% run of any game. This is not the last time we'll be in this area, so we did leave some stuff, but that's just because we're gonna come back through anyways. So, I'm sure you've noticed by now how fluid the movement is with the shine dash, and just have, you know, refreshing your dash and jump. This game feels excellent to play. Making our way out of here. Got what we came for. So we'll go back out the way we came. Here is, that's probably just dash through, was a place that, you know, distinguished the routes in the demo. They found a way to get through there without dash. And was deemed a glitch and patched out of the game.
Oh!
Oops.
Yeah, shout out to Pound and Fernie for that discovery.
Fernie's in chat. Here's Rozu, and with Rozu comes the end of the demo, as well as a new quest and an Omamori. This is one of the most important Omamori that we'll get, and I would actually wager to say probably the most important.
Yeah.
So that or Prosperity, probably. So, this Omamori increases your staff damage when you use it to interrupt a dash. So when you're in a dash, you can actually stop the dash by using the staff, which is very useful. You'll see very soon.
You just have a lot of control, like in other games that I've played. You know, you use the dash, and it's like, oh, now you're locked in the dash, so like, better hope you wanted that full thing. Whereas, like in this game, it's like you can jump and go like really fast, or you can swing your staff to stop on a dime.
So in this whole section, there are puzzles where you basically just have to, put out all these candles by hitting them 5 times each. And we actually skipped the first puzzle because the candles open a door and we just went right under the door. Pretty sick. And here's another skip we're going to do here. We won't bother with this candle. Oops. Stuff. There's a fun trick here. Sometimes this chomp, yeah, can just do it in one, but alas.
Very precise, and also, like, I always tell people, go for it. Obviously, there's no downside, but don't, like, spend a bunch of time trying to line it up, because you might as well just, like, do the 2-chomper. Like, by the time you would have saved anyway.
I remember when I started doing that, I was just getting it all the time, and
yeah.
it made him so mad, because I wasn't good at the game. It didn't matter.
Yeah. It's like, hey, can I just hand you my Smashbox for that one trick, and then I just play the rest of the game. Right.
You don't use your dash interrupts on those candles? Before now?
Which ones?
Just all the ones that you've put out already.
I did.
Okay. Fun chase sequence here. If you take damage, maybe predictably, you gotta start over.
Or if you fall, like, you can take damage.
I think if you hit the fire, no. Yeah, the fire doesn't.
There you go.
Case in point. My fault.
Yeah, when the full game came out and that was the first thing we got to experience, I was so excited.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the only, like, not a complaint, because I can't complain about, like, something not existing, because that's not really fair, but, like, the only thing I just wish we had more of those in the game, because I was hoping we had, like, more escape sequences like that.
Yeah, those are a lot of fun. Yeah, now we're seeing these dash interrupts on full display. So, remember I said you can interrupt your dash with the staff. The fun thing about that is both your staff and your dash have a cooldown. You can only, dash so often or staff so often, but the thing is, they reset each other's cooldown. So if we just alternate them real fast, you can see we just cooked this boss. And the rest of the bosses for the rest of the run.
And this one is like, so we got that Omamori that increases damage whenever you interrupt your dash with the staff. We didn't put it on, and you would think that would help on this boss, but this boss is actually unique because this boss doesn't have a health, like, bar, health pool, right? It only doesn't care how much damage your staff hits does, it only cares about the amount of times that the candles get hit. Because each candle breaks on, I think, 13 hits. So having that on doesn't really matter. We need the money collection one that we have on that makes the money, like, follow you, or, like, items follow you.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be putting on the more damage one later. That was going to become important, but for that boss, it wouldn't have made it go any faster.
Yeah. The Omori do have fun names, but I think as a community, we're still, like, trying to remember what all the names are.
Yeah.
Like, the money one here is Prosperity. The dash interrupt one
Initiative.
is Initiative. I know most of them, but, like, I'm just kind of.
I know
like
the ones
that.
I use.
Like, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like in Hollow Knight whenever I knew Shaman Stone and, like, Soul Catcher. And then it was like, what's the one that, like, knocks enemies back? And I was like, heavy something?
Don't mind the eye, by the way. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's whatever. What eye? I don't know what you're talking about.
This is our next area, Sakura City. Fun thing about that is there's all these little bushes around that you can break. They give you 1 Foxfire if you care about that, and he does.
I do.
And they also hide stuff sometimes. Like that Kodama we got. Here is Kodama Mama, the architect. The certain buildings that you can construct with her help are unlocked by the number of Kodamos that you have collected, as well as resources that you have to give her, including money.
I did not think I was facing right. love
tea
this
shop.
thing.
Such a little guy.
Just reminds me of Spirit.
Here you can upgrade your tea kettle just to hold more tea. Pretty good.
I would like some
I just
more.
love watching Bo hand it off.
His little hands.
So cute. And as we arrive here in Sakura City, we have a pretty cool case of being able to complete quests before they're given. Here's the ramen shop. This is where we get our health upgrades. And the quest that we're doing right now is collecting 5 tablet fragments around the city. And this is kind of like to demo what's in the city. I actually really love this quest. And we haven't gotten the quest yet, so we're going to get 4, and then we're going to go to the guy who gives us the quest, who's holding the 5th, and just complete it instantly. Pretty cool. Here's the Daruma shop. Dano here helps us to both upgrade our Daruma, as well as sells us new ones. So we talked about the tea boiling earlier, and when it's boiling, the Daruma will do more damage or have different features. That's called first eye and second eye, non-boiling and boiling respectively. And if we upgrade a Daruma, it actually does second eye or third eye. And again, third eye, it differs for each Daruma, but does more damage or maybe has a different form. So
it's funny because the 2 most important Darumas in the entire game are Kin and Jingu. And for Kin, the difference between a 2-eye and a 3-eye is just the size. It does the same amount of damage. So like, if we didn't have to upgrade it for 100%, we wouldn't, as seen in any percent, because we don't upgrade it. But there
is a damage buff from 1 to 2 though,
yes,
which is useful.
But so we would just get our tea boiling, and we wouldn't waste time with like actually buying the upgrade. But Jingu is the opposite, where the difference between 2-eye and 3-eye is so drastic that if you ever see somebody use a 2-eye, it was an accident, 100% of the time.
Yeah. What did you buy at the Daruma shop?
The tablet.
That's all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if we got Ken already.
No.
Right. And we did brush over as well the blacksmith. That's where we'll upgrade our staff. Eventually.
Yeah, he's asking about buying Kin, because in 80% that's where we buy Kin, but here in 100% we have to hold on to our money for a second.
Ken is extremely useful. We'll see that later. So now we can talk to the Vermilion Stranger, who was the lady who lives in the soup bowls we've been walking past. We'll talk to her soon. But first we're on our way to Midori Forest. Here's one of our favorite NPCs, Momo, sharing a cup of tea with us. Nothing bad would ever happen to her. We're going to make sure we grab all this money, and as we go here, you will definitely notice some greeting going on, breaking a bunch of breakable objects for the 1 Foxfire, grabbing every piece of Foxfire around. A lot of expensive stuff in this category.
So this is the new part of the route where we grab those petals and talk to him early. And just see why.
Momo?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I actually have not seen the new route a lot, so... Did you just do that? Yeah, you did do it Kenless, because you don't even have him.
Yep.
That's a really precise skip you just did up there. I didn't even... I wasn't even ready for that.
I have not had a run where I got that first try, so... Maybe gold.
I still haven't done it. I try every time. I just use Ken now. I actually don't try anymore, but...
You have to, because we don't have it in 80%, or in 100%, I had to, like, get used to it. Wow.
Yeah.
Got that first try also.
Nice.
So that was
a double jump.
What's called a fake double jump, where when you double tap the jump button really fast, it allows you to... Yeah, like, it allows you to, like, get height that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to get. And because where we just talked a moment right there, that's what we added into the route to give us an extra 300 money to not have to farm that later. So it just shaved 300.
A lot of money.
Yeah, it just shaved 300 off of that farming section. That was what Fernie actually, when we discovered this, like, oh, Momo gives you 300 if you can give her a crystal petal. He thought we were gonna have to buy Kin early to get over that thing, but then we discovered that the fake double jump also gets you up there.
Bernie also just routed the entire category. I go mention Mason.
And Mason.
I said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I only heard the first part.
Okay. Now the quest we're doing right now, by the way, is collecting some music sheets. That monk needs them to remember a song to make our friend Asahi feel better, who we've seen now 3 times. He's a little sassy guy. He's kind of like really rude to us for no reason.
Yeah, we haven't really been bringing him up a bunch, but he is so funny. If you're like playing casually, read his dialogue. It's the best in the game.
Yeah.
He just like roasts you for no reason.
Sandbag. Literally.
His hair, whack. His clothes,
whack.
Whack. His staff, whack.
We got our 3 music sheets. Now we'll make Buddy Asahi feel better.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be.
I always enjoy when there's a cutscene in speedrun. Like, it's just like a nice little hands break. And I think a lot of speedrunners don't take care of themselves like they should, hands-wise, so it's always good. As long as it's not like a minute long.
Here's a goal.
So we get a little reward. Every time we drink tea like this, except for when Momo gives it to us. That's us getting a new ability. Sorry, you're saying?
I was just saying it's cool.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Huge.
I actually had a slow start to the split, but because I got those 2 tricks first try, that saved me some time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. So the new ability this time is Grapple. And you'll see these red lanterns and then a bunch of other objects that unfortunately are not themed the way that battable objects are themed. Oh. That's the first time I've seen that one. Nice. As you can see, we can just swing right through them, and that does also renew our jump and dash. Look at those foxes! What? That was so weird.
Were they like stuck on something? I wouldn't look.
Like the ground, yeah. They were in the like diving animation, but they were just like upright. Game's still pretty new from an indie studio. There's some stuff that can get polished still, I think, but excellent game. So there is a difference. There's one of those lucky cats. There is a difference you can see ahead of time to tell if it's a real Kodama or a lucky cat. I'll leave that up to you, viewer, to try to find out. We'll have a nice section where we can really think about it later. Grapple's another one of these abilities that just makes the game feel so good.
I'm gonna let that.
No hover. Cringe. Here is the wedding party. The bride's party, at least.
It's supposed to be the wedding.
Yeah. We're gonna just clear all these obstacles for them so they can make it to the wedding. And fun little thing here, if you hit the lantern he's carrying, they walk faster. The devs of this game are really cool, by the way. They actually came in with his chat, like, I think the first time he was streaming the full game, and told him that. Which I'm glad they did, because, like, we probably wouldn't have figured that out.
Yeah. Like, it's noticeable, but, like, why would I go over and, like, hit the lantern? I would, like, feel bad.
Yeah. It was, like, much faster. Yeah, any percent would quit out there, but here we get some rewards, and it's 100%, so we need the rewards. Hope this helps.
Yeah, we actually get locked out of that Lotus Seed in any percent, but, like,
yeah.
Obviously doesn't matter in 100%.
Yep.
Or in any percent.
Lotus Seed is required for each health upgrade, like, plus some other stuff. Okay. Here's Vermilion Stranger, now we can talk to her. It's always so funny when you, like, do the stuff to complete a quest, but then don't get the dialogue for, like, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Ronald. There's a cool shot coming up here. If we line this up correctly, we can break like a couple things at once. Not quite. Ooh, and it almost rolled over and hit those thorns. If it would have hit those, it would have despawned and he'd have to go up and get another one.
That's the risk you take.
So Viz made a 90% guide, and he mentioned that in the guide, and I actually hadn't seen that happen before then. And now I'm just terrified. It's never happened to me, but it's going to. It is so interesting how different all this movement looks since we don't know Ken. It's so cool. Good quest from Mitsuki here.
Yeah, so this is a sub-quest within the quest. Whenever he said that the demo ended, that was Rozu. Rozu sends us on a quest to go find his 3 bunny friends and bring them back to the Crimson Forest. And that's one of them. So each of them have their own little quests that vary in length. This one's probably the longest one.
Yeah. There's 5 bunny flowers across the map, and you can't cut them until you get those shears, and once you do, that's what she wants. I dare you to try to go that fast through this section. I love stuff like that. Is that Ronald not worth it to grab, or do we get him later?
Seeing as how I
very worth it to me.
don't know what Ronald you're talking about.
We just passed him on the left. Oh, no, we can't get it right now. We have to have Mallet to go through those things. We just got Suki Dash, which gives us iframes for the first half of our dash. You can see the different colored petals that come off of us during the first half. That's how you know. You know?
Like I was
just letting those spiders know who's boss.
The spider was out.
We don't really have like set names for the enemies yet. And it actually occurs to me, since I'm like digging around in the code for the auto splitter, I might as well like find out what they're called in the game, so that we can start standardizing. That sucks, yeah. But if anybody has good, cute ideas, let us know.
Oh, I would love to like have the GDQ donations be like, hey, name the enemies.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Probably talk to the devs about that if it gets in. Just got another Lotus Seed. And when we talked to Mochi, the NPC who gave us Suki Dash, they gave us a quest to come here and clear out these spider dens. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna hit 3 nests, they're called, with these bombs. So here you can see we're lining up a shot off screen. It's not too hard, but it is precise.
Yeah, I like spent so much time practicing that one that I've actually started to miss the easier one in the middle, which is great.
Can I be honest? I don't have a lineup for the middle one. I just usually hit it, and I'm like, alright.
See, that's what I was doing until I lost a world record run not hitting it. I was like, maybe I should actually like look at where that is.
Yeah. There's 2. And the third one, this is the middle one we were talking about right here. Oh wow, I go that low.
It's high. I didn't mean to.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I was like
and then
waiting for it to come down to me, and I was like, can you come save me, please?
Yeah, please.
I need you.
You're like afraid to like slash the lantern in case the bomb comes, and then you slash it and break it. Just like that, another ability, Mochi Mallet. So if we hold down and press the same button as Bat while we're in the air, we'll do like a ground slam to get iframes during it. We can go through these pink things. Okay, here's where you'll learn how to tell a fake Kodama from the real one. We'll see. There's 2 fake ones so far. That's not true. Yes, it is. Don't listen to me. there are some leaves coming off of the real ones when they're in the ground. So another benefit of Mochi Mallet is we can break breakable floors as well. And we'll see a lot more of those than we see the actual, like, pink mist things.
There's actually a bunch of tech with the Mochi Mallet, like, that's not apparent to how it just works, because if you have a dash while you're using it, you can just dash out of it at any time, and you'll just stop on a dime, like, you won't be falling anymore, and you'll just dash. You can also, when you hit the ground, there's like a little bit of like a hard fall animation, best thing I can call it. But when you hit the ground, you can also swing your staff and instantly have control of your character. So you can like mallet, swing your staff, and then immediately dash. You'll see me do that every single time. Like if I ever mallet and slam into the ground and I'm not moving, it's because I pressed my staff input too early and I missed. Because I should be doing it 100% of the time.
This is a cool staff upgrade, because we're actually going to get it for basically free, just one of those petals that we collect in the forest, because this character actually asks us to do that. And you can get the staff upgrade later if you don't do that from the actual blacksmith, but it'll cost you like a pretty decent amount of stuff. So neat. I was going to say world building, but just feature. I don't know. I'm not a game designer. Buy an ink here. We mentioned upgrading our Daruma. We do need to give Dono an ink and I think 100 Foxfire to upgrade each Daruma.
We're going to do the 10 right now. We will eventually upgrade all of them.
We only had Chopper before this, right?
Yeah, only had Chopper.
Sorry.
Upgraded, yeah. We had Pyro, obviously, but we had to.
Oh, well.
We forget
what I was getting at is we haven't switched Daruma yet. And there's a cool little UI for that. You press a button, it brings up a wheel, and you just point at the one you want, and bang. Pretty neat. This is our travel pad.
Yes.
Nice. Another Vermilion Stranger stop. We'll use this one when we're going to and from the city. And we went to Midori Forest first from Sakura City, which was like kind of intended, but they were happy to see people do whatever they wanted and explore. Now we're in Megumi Mountain, which is actually where we go in any percent first, which is pretty cool. And they actually made some accommodations for people coming here without the grapple ability from the forest, which we'll see pretty soon, but that's just another shout out to how cool the devs are.
You'll see the Daruma wheel there. Sorry, I got it fast. Get it for a second.
Show him the wheel.
No wheel for you. You gotta catch it fast. It's like, it's fleeting. So
we have Ken now. Yep. And the cool thing about Ken is you can pogo on Ken. Only a down slash. The other directions don't work. And you can refresh your dash, but not your jump. So, I said earlier there are some exceptions to regaining your dash and jump in the air. That's one of them. And there are some similar items elsewhere in the game, just kind of sprinkled around. I can't list them right now, to be honest. That room is so different from any percent because you don't have grapple in any percent, so you gotta like climb those by pogoing them and stuff. These weasels flying around here, first of all, first thing I want to say about them, they're very annoying. Second thing is these are those pseudo-random enemies Viz was alluding to earlier. And that's, I think, just our theory. They could just be random, but... This little fella is running a shop. They sell a bunch of omamori, and as well as scraps, and there's a bunch of those shops around the game, so we'll have to buy all those out eventually, which is where we'll spend most of our money. And the scraps are not a percent, and they also happen to be very expensive, so we're going to have to take care not to buy them as we go through.
Yeah. I have lost runs where I accidentally bought the strap and it was devastating.
Yep.
This puzzle is kind of easy, but it's also so easy to mess up.
Yeah. It was a little frustrating for me casually, and I'm not saying that because it's a bad puzzle at all. That was a skill issue, but I think it's a great difficulty.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I didn't realize you could slash the ball. That's why.
Yeah, that didn't help.
There's one of our 3 bunnies that we're rescuing, or I guess retrieving. Green to world record, by the way. As we go. Yep, Dag gets it. This downwind is not real. At least less players. Another arena here. So, for general DPS, we actually probably won't be using Chomper for a lot of the run. But for arenas, specifically, Chomper is excellent because we just saw its 3i version. We're going to see it again here. It just clears out everything. I mean, that is a huge hitbox. So, excellent for arenas. And it does a good amount of damage, too, when you're at 3 eyes. Just talk to her so we can have that open to travel to later. These Yuki, which I'm pretty sure means Ice Lady, are so sick. When I was playing this casually, I was like, yes, shoot the things. I want to go up. I want to see what's up because I can climb on these. It was so fun. And there is stuff up. Good game design. Their first bunny flower.
Even though there was one above the person who gave the quest, but we're going to grab that one last.
Yeah. This is actually the one I couldn't find casually. Well, I guess it not couldn't find, but it was the last one. This arena is super hard. Like, even if you're like speedrunning, if you don't know it, oh boy, we're fine. You didn't make it look that hard. Just trust me, bro.
No, I've lost countless amounts of runs to that, in both categories, honestly, 80% and 100%.
Oh, I did test that scuffed gun by split earlier, by the way. It is just the second you pick it up.
Oh.
The auto split does work, and it's already in there, so you can put that in later. Here's our next type of person, beetles. They also happen to be sumo wrestlers. So
This game is how I figured out that the Pokemon Kabuto is just the word beetle.
Beetle, yeah.
Hey, that could be one of the
I don't know
tips
if
for the
you
loading
can tell.
screen.
That's
Kabuto
true.
Means beetle in Japanese.
Yeah, you hear that, Sawa?
Dude, they could have like 40 of those. Like this means this in Japanese.
Yeah, I guess you like wouldn't even really put that in the Japanese version, so that'd only be
Yeah, that's true.
localized. But I like it still. I think that's a great
Yeah,
idea.
me too. I teach people Japanese words. That's sick.
Yep.
Obviously, this game has a bunch of inspiration from it. Like as soon as I saw the Kickstarter for it like 2 years ago, I was like, oh my god, it's 2D Okami. Like it just looks gorgeous. I was like, it's Okami, but with Ori, Bash, and Hollow Knight like combat. I'm already sold.
He was definitely hot and heavy before he played a second of the game.
I was
a
telling
little
people-
worried. I was like, I hope he actually likes it.
Yeah,
I'm kinda
I
sad
played
about it.
7 years of Hollow Knight, and I was like, I will be quitting Hollow Knight when Bo comes out, I promise. And they were like,
Yeah.
you know if you like it? I was like,
Okay.
I'm going to like it. And luckily it ended up being amazing. With like super supportive devs that were like really sick. That's the one selling point that I will tell everybody about, is like they are so like helpful.
Oh yeah, we didn't even mention, by the way, this is just like an auto scroller, not even really worth talking about, to be honest with you. But what is worth talking about is these little drums on the ground that you can trampoline off of. Um, the devs added those when we were saying, hey, in the any percent run, it kind of sucks that we have to like, we don't have grapple, so we can't get up on these like middle drums. Um, we have to kind of wait for one of the beetles to come close to us and hope that we don't just lose a bunch of time. So we were
And
like, oh,
it's really, really
okay.
bad because we're racing them. At the bottom of the screen, you see my fan versus their fan. And if their fan gets to
Yeah.
the end first, then you have to start the whole thing over. So if it takes them too long to get down to let you in the circle, then their fan could just have gone too far. And then you lose. And then you have to start the whole thing over. So once we told them that, we were like, hey, we're resetting because we just like can't get into the circle fast enough because they're not swooping down low enough. This is one of the things that actually might be RNG. I don't know. I think where they spawn in the direction they go is actually legit RNG.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, would it be cool if you like had a way to get up there if you're gonna go to Megumi Mountain first? We were like, yes, please. So they added it. And that's just one of a couple things that they added, like based on our. Oh, what the?
You not switch to initiative for this fight?
No, we don't have a place to put. We're about to do the money grinding split. We don't have a way, or like a good place to put it back on. And
Fair
this
enough.
fight is so fast for the staff upgrade anyway. So
Oh yeah, we do have staff upgrade. Yeah. Let the gameplay speak for itself there. Even without the damage boost from initiative, the Omamori we were talking about, it's just so many hits in so fast with the staff upgrade and the chompers and the cannons on the ground.
Coach 2 seconds, I think. Or 1.
He's got a lot more attacks, like just so you know. I think like 2 more. That was 1 more. But... It is so funny in a speedrun needing to like grab all those.
I know.
Like at any percent, like I try because I'm just messing around. Like I got nothing else to do. I got to go left here. There's another Ken Pogo. I think we've alluded to this, but not fully said it. No, we did. Yeah, because you did that skip to get that one. We'll be doing that a lot because not only does it refresh your dash. Remember, it does not refresh your jump. It does give you a little height though, off the pogo, so that's going to come in useful a lot later on.
So we could switch back to the prosperity here on that shrine next to us, but it's not really worth it just because of how fast that fight is.
Yeah, for the time saving the fight, it's not even that much. Let's have a fun little section. You can get a jump off of those blocks, by the way, when you're breaking them, if you down slash them. Little tip for any players out there.
That was so good, and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
I really don't want to go all the way back up, so.
If this was me playing, someone would need to tell me I'm on 1 HP. Yeah.
That's fine.
He had iframes because he was doing a mallet, but... And it did hit him, by the way.
Alright.
Anyways, here's our grinding split. We'll hit this Ronald 9 times every time we enter the room. Because he happens to, he dies in 10 hits. Which I'm just now realizing staff damage doesn't matter. It's just a number of hits for him too. So we're getting 45 Foxfire every time we leave and enter the room. And we'll grind up to, used to be 3100.
No, it's still 3100. We just started at 300 higher.
Still 3100. We're still brainstorming things to do here because it is a few minutes. Yeah, you can see on the last split there.
Yeah, we can definitely
maybe
do stuff like if this were to get in, like at the event, you know, we could do some fun little side stuff. Make the game small on the screen.
I think you mentioned what was it? Kingdom Hearts does a cool one with something like this.
Yeah, they have
Something
Disney
Disney.
songs that they have like bid wars to sing, which
fun.
makes sense because Kingdom Hearts is a Disney game. So I don't know like what songs we would like vote to sing. But the two people, I mean, my fiance who will be there and Sir himself are both like trained singers, so could do something with that.
Yeah. Definitely open to suggestions.
Yeah. It's okay. We'll just crazy taxi it. We'll pull a full band on stage to have a short little 3-minute concert.
You know what we could do maybe if it gets in, we could bug the devs, which they'd be fine with, and ask for like just like maybe fun facts about like the game and its development that kind of don't necessarily fit into the rest of the run. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say like a build of the game where this specific Ronald gives like like 1800 money.
Yeah, you guys got a debug mod real quick, just for a marathon.
Just make my run invalid, but way more entertaining.
That is, by the way, a great thing about the in-game timer being loadless, is that even if we didn't have live split up, it would still be a submittable run at the event, which is very cool.
So I could get world record on a PC game live. Wait. Sorry, I hit it a 5th. Okay, I left with 8 hits, but I'd rather do that than break it on accident.
Yep. I think he means a loadless game at the event. Because you will see, you know, the games that are timed RTA, they've done world records at marathons, and it's sick. It's so cool. And if you're not allowed to show live split, any marathon run, and it's not valid for a loadless game usually. But this game, and I think Celeste as well. No, I think Celeste you do need live split still, even though it does have the in-game timer.
I don't think so.
You need it on screen at all times in the game, or if it's not there and it's hidden so you don't see it, you do have to have live split.
Yeah, because I think like that's why Phoenix is around. Like people, you could just post the like the final time, but like that's why Phoenix submitted that run where he was obscuring the save icon.
Oh right, yeah. He's talking about this is a Celeste run that exposed a rule not being there.
I think intentionally.
I thought you were talking about Bo for a second.
Oh no. But yeah, so that they were like, okay, well, you're gonna have to have like the save icon and the timer on the screen the whole time.
Yeah. I wouldn't be opposed to having the same rule as Celeste for the timer. Like, if you're not gonna have live split, you need to have the in-game timer on at all times, not just the end.
Oh, if that's not already a thing, yeah, absolutely.
I don't think it is. The rules are not fleshed out, man. That's one thing about this game being so new and criminally underrun, by the way. The rules need some work.
Which obviously we want to fix.
Yes. All of the above. You can apply that to whatever I said.
Almost done here.
Yep. We do think, by the way, the gameplay like speaks for itself too. This game just didn't hit the algorithm when it came out. You know what I mean? Like,
got a little overshadowed by 9 Souls.
Yeah. You can see from the gameplay, other than this. I mean, even this, like, look how fast he's hitting that thing. That's sick. This is skill-based. I'm not joking about that.
Alright. Last one. So we can break him.
That is so satisfying. Exactly 3100.
Alright.
That's why you missed that one hit,
Yeah.
obviously. I love this cutscene.
How does disguise your loading screen sick as hell?
Yeah. I think this is the same room, by the way. Like, I don't think it's actually a load.
Might not be.
Yeah. I think the same thing for the Gashakuro fight as well. I think it's all still in the same scene. It's just camera work, and they take away your controls. They do a lot of really cool stuff with the camera in this game. I love it. Oh, we are down here. We've been in the ice caverns, but we're further in them now. Actually, I think up there might have been technically Magoon Mountain, but that doesn't matter.
Oh! I don't have enough.
Yeah, you gotta get that one, huh? Oh, you don't have the T. Yeah, okay. So usually we break that with a Ken, but you just hit the button, but it didn't work because he doesn't have enough T for a Ken. I think the unupgraded Ken is 3 T.
Wait, we have upgraded. Ken. I think it's always 3.
Oh, well. 2i then. I think 3i costs more. I'm like almost positive on that.
Oh.
But, anyways. We are now in the Trial of the Tengu. So there's a bunch of parts to this trial. This is the first part. It's called the West Trial. Some pretty cool platforming challenges in here. Extensive use of the hover ability, which is what we got after beating Kabuto. Sorry, forgot about that one. And you can see there's an updraft here. This is real. It does push it up. And this arena is real unreal. It's tough. Nice. Ooh. You do have to get that quest before you get the egg, by the way, if you weren't sure about that, Ryan. Yeah, we just got a little quest, and we'll get a collectible. Oh my gosh. We're gonna give them an egg as a child. They're lonely.
Can you hit the wall, please? Don't like that. That's okay.
Ooh!
Yeah.
So cool thing about these little, whatever these are called, the first and third one don't actually hit the wall. Oh no!
That was interesting.
Did you move right, or does
know.
that change your hitbox?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Did it change my hitbox?
I would love if we tested that, because that's good to know. If you don't do whatever happened there, you can squeeze through on the first and third ones, but not the second one. I love this section. This is all going to be dashes eventually. It's so fun. Like, I've like messed around with it. I will never do it in a run. But I think, like, your level going to...
Yeah.
I'm surprised you're not already, to be honest with you. That's not directed at you, just the community in general.
No, they just, they get, like, in the way in a weird way that I haven't gotten...
Yeah. It's cycle-based, too. You gotta hit a very specific cycle, but... Alright, got to the top of the West Trial. Now, the first Tengu fight. This is actually the fight where I'm pretty sure Viz first like implemented these dash interrupts. There's like certain times where time slows down, and he would do it then. And then one day he was just like, "Wait, why am I only doing that?" Then it doesn't make any sense.
It had to be either the duo or the trio because it was while one of them was dying, I was fighting the other one.
Yeah. Absolutely cooked. And you were using Chomper only, right?
For that fight?
Yeah.
Like right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could use Ken, but Ken kind of gets in the way of the like the dash interrupts. Like it kind of like slows
Yeah.
it down really hard. So
Because you're like hitting him.
yeah, it like makes it where you can't do it. Like you can still kind of do it, but I don't know. It interferes. It's weird.
Probably just like lags the game a little bit.
Maybe.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I would love to
I
just
did
like
not know
put
that.
the kid on top of them and then
Yeah. Yeah, when they're just sitting there, having a Ken sitting on them is definitely more damage than anything we can do with the chopper. We actually used to do that on purpose in any percent because that's what we thought the best DPS was for anything.
Yeah, we didn't know Jingu explodes.
Yeah, Jingu's really good. Can't afford it yet. Going there soon though. We got our money. Revisiting the Crimson Forest.
That was a cool trick.
Promised. Pretty cool. Pausing interrupts a lot of things. For example, he was aiming a battable object, that Armadillo. It interrupts that, and it also canceled out the Armadillo's momentum. That's why he aimed it in the first place. So that you could just fall straight down. It's such a cool trick. I love that tech. And it also interrupts your mallet, which you did see earlier on the way into the ice caverns. That's very useful as well. Just cleaning up. Classic 100% activities. This is just something that I love so much about Metroidvanias. This is a Metroidvania. Is coming back through areas you've already been with new abilities. Like it's that is like the essence of Metroidvanias to me. That and like maybe finding skips where you're supposed to have an ability, but you do it without it. Those are like my two major things. We've already gotten some bits of it, but we're going to get, I think, maybe our last piece, I don't know, of the infinite tea kettle. And he was just checking his number of bamboo, because you need a certain amount to get all the buildings and upgrades and everything.
Just want to make sure I didn't hit one of those twice and not notice.
Yeah.
As it follows me for 20 minutes.
Here's that piece of the infinite tea kettle that I alluded to. There's a quest in Megumi Mountain that, again, we haven't even started, but we're allowed to get all the pieces now. And it is not as good as it sounds. By the way, if you're hearing me say infinite tea, you're like, oh! It's when you sit at shrines, which you can just do by sitting at the shrine and then save quitting out.
To be
and
fair,
it's actually like part of the reason we'll do that a lot of the time.
A lot of casual players wouldn't think to do it, and they don't.
Yeah.
So, like, fair.
Yeah. It's still nice, too. I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah. So we're gonna get hit here on purpose.
That's the hardest cat to kill, dude. It's just such a small platform. Yeah, not to talk over, by the way, we did get hit on purpose there.
Yeah.
Come in a second. This area is so nice. I love the background. The little swirlies. The walls actually remind me of the Abyss in Hollow Knight. Or maybe not the Abyss, but Ancient Basin.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason we got hit was so that we would be able to heal here, because this is how you get one of the kettle fragments. Each one is, they give you like a little riddle to figure out how to do it. You gotta do some like weird stuff around the map to make them spawn. It's pretty cool. I think it's just the one in Midori Forest that you just find it. But
yeah.
You do jump through the sprite of a hazard.
Yeah, which
that just doesn't hit you.
I think that was the last one I found, honestly.
Me too. Yeah. I was not happy about it when I realized. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Sorry, I didn't think to hurt myself for no reason. But I mean,
Yeah.
I guess to be fair, like, why would that just be there?
Yeah.
I switched to Kin here so I can do this. Whoop, not that.
again back in Midori Forest, more cleanup. And then I believe we will make our way to Kitsune Burrows again. Yeah, again, just classic 100% stuff. We're getting a lot of Omori as we go through, and they all have fun little uses, but we just don't really use almost any of them. We use Prosperity for the money, we use Initiative for the dash interrupt damage. We'll get one later called Serenity that'll increase our damage output at full health. And is there any other Daruma that we
just got Confidence that we do use.
Oh, Confidence, yep. That'll double your damage output, but also double the damage you take. Which most people don't use in any percent. Shout out Doje. But we do use it at the end of 100% because, as you can see right now, we have 4 health, but there's 5 upgrades to get 9 health. And at that point, when you're this good, double damage is not a problem.
Bunny flower.
I believe this is the 4th out of 5, the 5th being right at the bunny.
So.
Wow, you can reach that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's a bit of a similar story with the Daruma, by the way. We use Chomper, it's the first one we get, and also it's good in arenas. We use Ken because it does do some damage, but it's also really good for platforming, and we use Jingu for damage, and then the rest, they're there.
They exist.
There's some pretty cool ones. Like the one we just picked up spawns a bunch of like little brambles around you that hurt enemies. There's one that gives you like a shield when you use it. There's one that drops a literal bomb, like not stylized in any way, like it's just a bomb. Pretty funny.
Why am I killing him?
I don't know. Money.
Yeah, sure. You still have
and this will be the 3rd bunny that we send home, so we can go back and visit whenever to get a reward.
One of them is required, which is Mochi, which she gave us the Suki Dash and the Mochi got. Okay.
Mochi is, I think, a lot of people's favorite NPC, by the way. I'm people.
Yeah. Hi. Imagine being people. Me, I'm Imagine.
I'm sorry. It is cool how that flower is stylized. Like, it sticks out a lot, but that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's interesting. It is crazy how long that quest lasts. Because it is a quest that just says go complete 3 other quests, to be fair. But, like... I remember casually, I was like, man, that's still sitting there.
Sarah's favorite split.
That's true. Building my favorite building.
Pepe Jam.
So one thing we haven't mentioned about the architect is you, oh, shoot. This is my 2nd favorite building.
Oh yeah, so I think you've done that before too, which is really funny. I said your favorite split.
Wouldn't doubt that. Yeah, you did. All these scrolls have like a bunch of lore on them. Pretty cool.
Yeah, but I really liked reading them.
He didn't read them. To get the building plans for all these different buildings that we're going to build, you actually have to talk to NPCs to give you the idea, which is awesome. Like,
yeah, I really like that.
Love that it... I hate to say it this way, it forces you to talk to the NPCs. But I think most people just love what NPCs bring to games anyways, so...
And NPCs in this game are, like, so much fun to talk to, because they are actually, like, they have so much charisma. I don't know, they're actually really fun. Yeah.
Moxie. This is my favorite building. Because I like platforming, and I have the record time in this little challenge. The in-game, like, they time you in-game. Pretty cool. And it is harder than, I guess I'm separated from how hard it looks, but I imagine it's harder than it looks to even complete it. Nice. If anybody got that last screen first try casually, like, I'd be suspicious.
You're a liar.
Because you kind of have to, like, route it, like, after having seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the third screen, too. Yeah, I think I have a 26 in that. Might be a 25. I can't quite remember. It's on my YouTube channel.
Feel free to go tell him.
Try to beat it.
Yeah, go beat it and then tag him on Twitter, Discord, something.
Yep. Speaking of Discord, there's Bo Discord, unsurprisingly.
For the Bomunity?
It is the Squid Shock Discord, yes, and that's where the Bomunity lives. So, want to come talk about the game? That's your spot. The devs are, like, active in there as well, so
yep.
Awesome stuff.
No, I did it again. Okay, whatever. That's fine.
Buff the shield.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
So that ramen shield, by the way, we had to buy one at first to get the tablet fragment. So we did, and you just bought that on accident. All it does is just gives you like a temporary 1 health. Once it's gone, it's gone.
So it's just a...
Any lifeblood enjoyers? Hollow Knight?
A fun little 8-second time loss, or however long it is.
Yeah. Hopefully you can afford everything, because you had exactly 3,100 earlier.
It's funny that, like, it does equal out a little bit, not the full thing, but it does equal out a little bit because, like, I do have to hesitate a tiny bit every time I buy one of the health because I have to select the second option.
That's true.
And you'll see that a lot later whenever I'm trying to avoid buying the only Mori strap, which would be, like, catastrophically bad. Those I will not spam on. Like, buying the shield, I'm like, whatever, it happens. And
it's 20 Foxfire, like, whatever.
Spending 500 later on a strap is devastating.
He does not keep that thing strapped.
I don't keep it on me.
Yeah, I started the wrong thing. I had to improvise.
Whoa, don't do that.
Yeah, the camera kind of does that sometimes. It gets a little confused.
It thinks it knows where I'm going.
Yeah. I was practicing that thing in Castle earlier, and at the like start of that left side, it just simply didn't follow me. I had to take damage to get it to come back. Here in Kitsune Burrows, on our way to our next boss. This area is awesome. Just a bunch of little like puzzles and challenges, and it's honestly, like, I think a lot cooler in 100% than 90% because 90% kind of skip like most of it, and I do think it's a fun area. It is interesting to me how in this game, you know, 100% run is 40 minutes-ish longer than the 90% run. So, you know, between 1.5 and 2 times the length. It's not that much longer, really. But it does add a lot for me. You know, there's all this cool stuff in here that you don't do. Like this arena. And that is what, like, most people like about 100% runs. Like, doing all the stuff you did in your casual playthrough. And I'm talking from the runner's perspective and the viewer's perspective.
Yep.
So this delivers, but it doesn't really add that much time. It's pretty cool. There's the blacksmith, by the way.
Rescue them.
Katane. Gotta kind of complete a quest to get her to actually ever be available to upgrade your staff.
Yeah. The second and third time, at least. Oh, I missed. I knew it.
I fired or missed.
Yeah, that's too high. That's okay. So we're gonna do another off-screen shot here.
Yep. First one was as well, but he missed it, so it became an on-screen shot. Oh, that's what you do. I figured out you can Ken Pogo. I've never like used the little bouncy guy there, so I dash Ken Pogo dash at 90% now to reach that lantern. You just saw that again, pausing to interrupt our mallet so we don't fall. But we're gonna fall anyways. I think that was just Forza habit actually from Viz.
No. It's to get the orb that he shoots so we can shoot it at the mountain.
Oh, okay, yeah. One cycle. Lock our Vermilion Stranger. So you notice that little tree that has all like the tags on it? Those actually, you can buy for one Foxfire a little message from one of the Kickstarters. I don't know what the people are called.
Kickstarter backers.
Backers, thank you. It's super cool, and they put it in a bunch of spots in the game where it's like before like a really difficult challenge, and it's funny to me that they put one there because it's he just walked past. He didn't fight the arena at all.
What am I?
You're cooking.
I also just lost like 3 seconds because I dashed into those screen transitions instead of walking. Yippee.
What does your split name "Scene Missing" mean?
Because whenever you upgrade your staff, we always joke that like it's just a white screen while the sounds play. Like they forgot to put an MP4 of a video. I don't think that's the case, but it just is funny.
Yeah. Sorry, I've been working on the auto splitter. Scene is a very specific word to me right now.
Yeah. Just gonna make sure to talk to him one more time, so that again a new project is available at the builder. Instruction.
The blacksmith's like, I could upgrade your staff if I just had a nicer forge, you know? Like,
you should like talk to somebody about that.
Yeah, like, I don't know. If you had someone who would just like make a forge for me.
You got connections like that, or what's up?
Yeah.
What's good?
And then she still charges you to make your next upgrade.
Yeah, right. So
rude.
Whoops. I will assume that they literally can't upgrade it without the materials. They don't have the materials, so
yeah,
sure.
Well, it does cost the crystals that you just gave them one of to get them to come back. So,
sure.
And they just hold it there next to them.
Yeah.
I just pointed at my screen.
Yeah, there.
That's the first time I've pointed at my screen this round. I'm getting good with that.
The British there. The royal there. Alright, now we're getting into the spicy stuff.
Oh yeah, done shopping for now.
It was a little cool break, a little fun break, you know, you're like, oh yeah, I hope you had fun. Now we're going back into the thick of it.
Yep. So one cool thing about any percent versus 100% here, the Trial of the Tengu is meant to be done back to back to back. Like you're there, and there's like parts, and it's like, all right, you did one part, do the next part. It even gives you like the ability. We didn't even talk about the wall dash. Oh my gosh. Completing the last trial gives you the wall dash that you keep seeing. We can grab walls, jump off of them, and dash up them, as you can see. Apologies.
Yeah, it was a really bad timing. That's okay.
Yeah, I think you could have made it.
If I would have went immediately, I thought about it. It's not normally...
if you pause and unpause there, I think that's faster than going all the way to the ground. By the way.
I think it is, yeah.
I pointed at my screen again. It's all going downhill. But yeah, so at 90% you do this trial back to back, but here we're actually taking 3 trips. We do 1 each. Finish the trial, it's gonna be pretty funny. So we are on East Trial now, by the way, if that wasn't clear. So similar to West Trial, nice platforming section here. And spoilers, there will be a fight at the end of it. More spoilers if you look at live split. Don't do that.
We also said solo fight earlier, so it has a little bit of implications. So this is where we're finally going to see initiative. we're gonna exit the room and come back in to reset the cycles so that they're all on like the cycles that we like.
Yep. The cycle's in this room, he means. Very good normalizing strat. I'm a big normalizer. Speedruns. I have a buddy, shout out Sleepy Dan, who in Celeste finds a bunch of strats and they're never faster, they're just more consistent. It's really funny. Leave this Ronald alive, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. I was counting in my head.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing that I did yesterday. That is why I felt like I had less money than normal, because I killed him the first time, so I didn't get to the That's what happened.
So you got an extra one. You could, if you really wanted to, and you weren't sure, just like wait until you get all the money and see how much you got. If you,
sure.
I think it does have like a plus whatever when you get money.
It does.
And I would believe that that actually works in this game. Cough, cough. Yeah, interesting stuff. There's also these monkeys as we go that we're saving. They're very funny if you read their dialogue. I like them a lot.
I was actually preparing myself to not like them because I don't normally like their character archetypes. And then I was reading their dialogue and I was like, no, they're actually funny.
Yeah, they're funny. There's two of them.
They fly now.
What's that from?
Star Wars.
Oh my gosh, dude, they're done.
Yeah, they're done.
I forgot they have separate health pools in this fight. Spoilers.
Yeah. But yeah, they the Jingu, as you saw, I waited for my third Jingu for them to combine or like get on top of each other because Jingu has like an explosion, so that they had to hit both.
Cool.
Have them drop the egg while I come over here. We'll put that back on later, but for now, there's no point in having it on.
Yeah. Just picked up our fragile egg. So now we have to make our way all the way from the middle of East Trial to the middle of West Trial to deliver this egg to the empty nesters that we met earlier. I just lynched.
Me too.
Without getting hit. But I didn't say that. You can't get hit. Forgive us, we're kind of locking in here.
Nah, we're fine.
It is, I think, objectively the harder part, so surely we would never mess it up now. Actually, casually, instead of going like the same way through the trial as you do like without the egg, I went down through East Trial for some reason. I was like, I don't know why I didn't think to go up through like the same way. But
East Trial is definitely not
fun, actually.
designed to be gone through backwards.
I don't know that it was necessarily designed to go either way. Oh, you mean the trial itself?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like when they made this quest, I don't think they meant for one way or the other. But everybody goes forwards because why would you go backwards? Did you just like wall cling storage?
No.
Am I crazy?
I accidentally grabbed the rocket. That's the only reason I have Chomper out right now.
Yep. Nicely done. So far, sorry. Dude, one day.
I know,
you're
it's gonna give me
hit
that.
those.
It's gonna give me that. Like sometimes whenever you do a shine dash, it forces you to do a full jump, and I don't know what
Oh, I
causes
haven't
it.
had that.
Yeah, and it didn't do it there.
That's gold.
Thanks.
Nice. Okay. Now we can breathe a sigh of relief. Am I right?
Yeah.
For now. You do get iframes in that animation, by the way. You may have noticed earlier when we were in the like weasel area.
Yeah.
Like 3 went through him while he was pulling the Kodama out because that area is hell.
Got a cool trick here. Where we have two things happening at
Overlap.
once.
So instead of waiting for that dialogue and the infinite kettle thing separately, you did both at once.
Yeah,
cool.
malleting in front of him spawns the infinite kettle, and then I also pressed up to start the dialogue. So that they would both be playing at the same time.
Yeah. I just noticed the split rename, Johnson. Halo reference.
It's not, I actually don't know what it is.
Who did it?
Mason, I think? He said it was funny. I don't know what it means. Probably
I
something.
don't think Mason plays Halo.
That's why I don't think it's Halo.
I'm gonna pretend it is. Nice. Sorry, that was rude. I'm not that sorry.
Yeah, you're not. I'm not surprised.
We're keeping it real here.
Alright, so can't buy the strap.
Shopping.
Don't do that.
Yep. This is actually, I think, like one of the best like use cases for the mouse. We haven't really mentioned control. Oh my goodness, input methods yet. But Viz plays on Smashboard. Oh my gosh, can you talk?
I play on a Smashbox and mouse hybrid, where there are certain things like menuing and the bamboo bat, where I grab the mouse and have my left hand on the Smashbox. Otherwise, I'll have both hands on the Smashbox.
I play on keyboard and not mouse. At first I was going to play keyboard and mouse, but I really hate using the mouse. And I found out the only thing that I really wanted to use the mouse for was like battable objects, aiming those. And you can aim them with keyboard, it's just a little jank. But it's worth it for me personally. And then of course, the dev intended input method is a controller. Which, like, of course it is, you know, but we're speedrunners and keyboard/Smashbox is very consistent for a lot of reasons. So, in 2D platformers. And some 3D, like, shooters. So this fight, really tough. With all the damage tech we've found, it's pretty quick at any percent. Like it is pretty quick.
I like that it used to be super tough, and then we found damage tech and it became easy, and then we found like better stuff and it's looped back around to being hard again.
Yeah, because he just did one of those fake double jumps into a Kenpo rig to get up high enough to hit her, because you can only hit her head. So usually you have to like use the pink mist things to get up to her head, and she's dead already. Because we have all these upgrades.
We're strong.
Big boys. Big flowers. Rabbit flowers. Rabbit fox flowers. So, you may remember an eon ago, like probably 45 minutes ago, we helped a bride get to her wedding. But her groom was missing. This is him. This is Iwao. This little escape sequence is pretty cool. I saw that happening. Whoa, it respawns you here?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Never gotten hit here.
This is a weird case where having an extra ability, aka the ability to grab the wall, makes it harder for me because the normal strat 80% where you don't have the wall grab, wall dash, is to just ride the wall up on the left, and then right before you hit the spikes, you go to the right. But because we have wall dash, I can't do that, so it makes that thing spawn. Like that's what we do to avoid him even spawning and shooting at him. And if he takes a hit, then it acts as if you got hazard respawn. So yeah,
I know something with the ice picks, which is the wall climb, grab, dash ability, is now when you're touching a wall, you kind of slide down it a little slower, but if you hold towards the wall, it holds you there.
Yep.
I wonder in the wind, if you're touching the wall but you're neutral, would you slide up? Because you don't hover when you're touching the wall, so you wouldn't. No, you slide down. I just wanted to make sure we weren't missing something there that would make it easier for you. That's pretty cool, like Fox with the fireworks. That's actually kind of sick.
Yeah, I hope he shows up again.
Yeah.
Luckily, there is no Omen Marie strap to buy here on accident, so we can just spam.
Yeah. The next one, Mori Poise, I tried a lot to shoehorn into any percent, and Viz was kind of open to it.
I was doing
then
it.
he found the dash interrupts, and what it does is makes battable object damage more, and there's a lot of battable objects in the last fight of the game, so it's like, oh, yeah. No, not anymore.
I don't even see the battable objects anymore.
Yeah.
So we're gonna lose some time here, because we're gonna show some stuff
That's true.
for the people.
Yeah. So, fight's pretty sick, not gonna lie. Did you pet the dog?
We never went past it. I was thinking about it. We don't go past that spot anymore.
That's tragic.
That's right. That'll be saved for later.
Yeah. Yeah, like, that is a donation incentive we can do. Like, I feel like people, don't even need context. Pet the dog.
Also, bro, my best possible time is 14 seconds faster than my PB, and I'm only 6 seconds behind.
Yeah.
How good was the end of my run? Holy moly. Okay.
Great googly moogly.
So,
Yeah.
we'll pet the fox. This can definitely be a donation incentive where we pet the fox.
That fight is, really cool and hard, by the way, but,
You don't get to see it.
it's, not that hard, but, it is hard.
It is pretty hard. Wow.
But reverse skill issue. I speedrun the game. If I did that fight, it would look hard. Proud new owner of a middling any percent time instead of a really bad one. Alright, here's our third trip back to the ice caverns.
So cool.
Anyone know what that mask that bird is wearing is called? Looks like a chance to see it.
Dude, that statue has aura. Look up this aura farm on us up there.
That's crazy. That dude straight mogging us. Oh, I'm so old, dude.
There's 3 banners in the background.
Nah, that's weird. He's wearing the mask. That mask is called a Dai Tengu. That was also his title. You already got one. So if you kill that first one at the perfect time that the Dai Tengu disappears to do his next attack, you soft lock. Fun fact. Or is it a hard lock? It's a bad one. No, it just loses time, because you can quit out, right?
Oh yeah, I do quit out, because I have had a PB where it happened.
Soft lock, then.
He just won't spawn.
Yeah.
He'll just stay in the background.
It's funny. I did see it once. He's in the background. He is there. Like he's just kind of floating around. It's really funny. So you're meant to beat them before you have the Kitsune Kifuda, which is what we got for uniting the wedding party. So when you beat them, the Tengu, which are the bird people, are like, all right, we need to do something about this Gashadokuro that's reigning over the city right now, which is the giant thing from the intro. It's just been walking around in the background in a bunch of shots in the meantime. So they give you a quest to go get the Kitsune Kifuda, which we're going to use to combat it. But we just already had it, so we just talked to them again. That's a cute dog.
Yeah.
Why did they do that? Why did they do that?
So
they
that's
didn't
the
have
dog.
To do that. That was a choice they made.
That was the dog that we were asking. So the first time we come to city, in any percent, we actually walk like right to him. In this category, we kind of go the other way through city, so I don't actually see him. Actually, no, I think we go. It doesn't matter. So essentially, he was asking if I pet him because you can pet him in the city, but can't now because he is pancake shaped. But don't worry, we will have another opportunity later that we could have a donation incentive to pet the dog and pet the fox.
Yeah.
That will be really cool. And it's good that this is probably not going to world record. I wanted this to get like close to my PB, but if we are behind, then I will feel less bad about losing time to go pet him.
Yeah. I think without the time spent petting the fox, this would still
No, I'd still be behind, but it would
well behind.
be
Yeah.
close. Yeah.
And we also just glossed over the loss of another friend.
Yeah, sorry,
right
Coke.
afterwards. This is so rude.
Yeah, sorry.
So
Falco.
we're doing some pretty cool stuff in this fight. Like normally this fight, that we did a skip, but like more or less that's what you do normally. But now you're supposed to climb up his leg and then like ride his arm up as he raises it. But we just choose not to touch the ground down there, so our respawn is still set to up here. And then we go take damage to the foot, which is a respawn, like a hazard damage type, without ever touching the ground and setting our spawn down there. So we just respawn up here. And you gotta hit his head with the mallet 3 times, and that's 3. That's the fight, man. It's like 3 minutes faster than doing it the normal way.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
really bad. And that's actually, like, before the damage tech that I discovered, that was probably the biggest skip that I had found in this game, was I discovered, like, Fernie discovered
That's
that...
still up there.
Yeah, Fernie discovered that setting your save point, or your, like, respawn point up in the top left is, like, better. And then I think Nate is the one who discovered Kinpo going to get up is even faster. But I discovered the, like, getting stomped on without touching the ground down there will respawn you back up top. And it's very good.
Yep. Good team effort.
Yeah.
This is a great point in the game, by the way, for them to give you that own more that lets you see stuff on the map.
Yeah.
It's just a kudos, I guess. Kudama Mama. Here's the Fox couple's new house in the city. I don't remember the lore reason for them wanting this. Oh, right. It's because someone burned down the forest.
Someone.
That's also why the sumo beetles came to the city.
Yep. We got to see that.
Yeah. Crazy.
Gold base?
Big shopping guy.
Yeah, love shopping.
Dude shops like nobody else.
Lost a little bit by double clicking instead of single.
Oh, that loses. That's interesting.
I mean, I just didn't select confirm. I just selected it twice.
Oh, I didn't realize you had to press another button.
Rice.
I don't think when I'm shopping.
I clicked and then didn't hit confirm.
I also don't use the mouse, so it's the same button. Nice gold, man.
Thanks, man.
Nice shopping.
Yeah, I'd be shopping. We see more of this guy.
Yeah.
Love him.
He is a funky guy,
Very funky.
but I still just love the bow part of the cutscene.
Can I have some more?
Please?
Pants. How I Met Your Mother.
That is indeed.
I was gonna say, is that the first one that you don't know?
Oh no, I was reading a DM. Sorry. My bad. I won't read DMs during the actual run. Sorry.
Yeah, you'll read Twitch chat.
Has anyone ever just been on their phone while commenting at run at GDQ? Like, probably, but like, I can't imagine.
They hold up the whiteboard in the background like, hey, stop.
Yeah, literally. Like, having calmed a bunch of runs, including last year's GDQ, like, I would never do that. I don't know, man.
Oh.
Here's our buddy Kirei, little axolotl, who has a parasocial relationship with an elevator. Yeah.
Not yucking his yum.
I'm not. Also, concerning relationship with Jogun. As in, like, not okay thing to do to people. Shame we don't do the cool new, like, skip there that we do at 90%. So, you may have noticed us talk about how we need money in this category. There's a lot of money in Palace.
I like money.
Sorry, we keep calling it Palace.
Castle.
It's the castle. It's the Imperial Castle. That's what it's called in the game. We're working on it, okay? There's a ton of money in the castle, especially at the very end of it. So we're actually gonna do everything up to the final boss fight, and then go buy a couple more things from the city. You know, we can't help ourselves.
I just can't. Like, the final boss is looming. I can't stop thinking about all those juicy items.
I mean, upgrades. It's a hard fight. We gotta go get all our upgrades, you know?
True. We have to go upgrade all the rumors that I'm never gonna equip on purpose.
Exactly. This, we've determined earlier today, is the very fastest way to do that skip. There's other versions, but in 100% we actually have Omamori that makes our hover faster, called Elegance, I think. I love the Somamori so much, it makes the movement, like, even cooler. But we don't have that many percent. It takes too long to get. So, just a little context, I don't know. Telling you about our lives.
Yeah.
Game is actively being worked on, obviously. It's still a pretty new game. Came out last year, I think right around this time, maybe a little later.
No, it's July.
You know me. Not big on dates. These masks in Castle are some of the biggest beneficiaries of the dash interrupt tech. They used to take a lot longer to
I
kill.
also got so unlucky on getting interrupted on 3 grapples in a row by an arrow being like right on top of it.
Yeah.
It was actually so...
That arena is miserable. Viz definitely has the least trouble with that of anybody I've seen, but like, still, obviously, they got him. You'll notice we're just kind of ignoring some of these lasers. We're not ignoring them. You can just squeeze by where the laser starts. Okay. That arena is like pretty tough to survive as well. 2 really hard ones in a row. So on each floor here, we got to light these 2, you know, wheels, whatever, to power the elevator. That's why it keeps stopping on every floor. And there's like a 8-second cutscene whenever you put the crystal in the laser. So we're actually tanking damage on the laser for a hazard respawn every time that we do that. so that we can actually skip that cutscene with the damage respawn. Pretty cool. And then we also can save quit back to the start of each floor. Shine dash there. Oh my gosh. How many times did I do this morning and not shine dash?
I honestly just discovered it today, so.
Okay, I feel a lot better. I was practicing this skip right here, which was actually found like pretty early. And it's pretty cool. And he practiced that a lot today as well. Okay, second try to hit it damageless. You can get a hazard respawn there and like spawn up here. But,
what?
It's okay.
Okay, we just wanted to show that off, I guess.
You didn't even need to hover to get there.
He would not give that to me.
Yeah, it's really weird. It almost feels like when you're like high, like close like that, like sometimes it just won't give it to you instead of like,
yeah,
you know, if you do get hit. Very strange. You can solve that by just being high enough not to get hit. You don't have to kill that.
I need money.
Ah, you like some money. This time we didn't tank on the laser. We did that mallet, and then we canceled out of the mallet at the bottom and dashed into the spikes to our left to get a hazard respawn. Another example of the staff interrupting your mallet. Or giving you control. I'm not sure if it actually interrupts your mallet like midair. Dash does, but...
I think there's one more bit of money that we'll get, I think. I don't know where... Oh, the mask in the Odyssey fight.
Okay. This is a cool new trick here. We're pausing to cancel our mallet as soon as it rotates that wheel. And then if you spam the hover button instead of just holding it, you lose less height. Like there's something about starting to hover, or ending it maybe, that stops you losing height. So pretty cool trick. We just kind of sit there until the floor is back.
It loops
There's a
around
similar
like
wheel down in Kitsune Burrows.
Floormeister?
We did a different trick. Wait, can we do this same hover thing for that one? The one in Burrows?
It's not really a point in doing it because
we don't have to wait for the thingy though.
We don't. We just dash. Like that's the reason why we do it here is because we don't have a reliable way of having a dash. Like when we start we don't have a way of a dash and a jump. Like, we don't have a reliable way of having both. But in that one we can just dash and then jump around.
Yeah, but we can skip like hitting the thing to get the jump. We can talk about this later. Anyways, done with the elevator. Suspicious burning down and seeing our buddy Asahi. That's concerning a lot.
He would never do anything.
Burning down. No, he's a nice guy.
I love his little hands.
Ignore everything he's saying. He wouldn't do stuff like that.
I couldn't see it anyway.
That's true.
My master was really fast.
There's a mask in this fight for Mud. He was just thinking about that. Ooh, I like that Kenpo go. That's cool.
That's all I'm gonna do it. Oh wait, we don't kill the mask.
Now you do.
I
feel like for time-wise you should, but this is a cool skip, so maybe just show skip. Okay.
Oh, it didn't even give me money.
You can go on those little fireballs that it shoots to get up here without the wind thing. It's pretty cool.
Wait, it didn't give me money.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Sorry.
Where are we gonna get 21?
I wonder if the entry to Forest still has those little fire trails. Oh no, we got those already, and they actually don't respawn. Ernie, where's a Ronald we don't get?
I just need like enemies to kill.
Yeah. The start of Megumi Mountain
Yeah, I was gonna
is
say,
not the move. Nope, it's not the move. I've done that.
For 21?
Yeah. But no, if you just take the VS, probably anywhere. That is how we leave here, by the way. Actually, I think it's not how we leave here. There's like a secret exit, but there's also a Vermilion Stranger here.
Okay, we can just do that. Forest.
Sure.
I could have hit the Ronald earlier, but I didn't. I thought we were going to be fine, but I guess we were. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, this one. Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, we just went past where the one I was thinking.
Yeah, we got this.
You got one in mind right now?
I had enemies in mind, but then I didn't go there. Interesting.
If you go to the blacksmith and go through the shortcut, you can get the one by Mochi that we talked about earlier. Or no, just go down here.
I was gonna say, sorry. I could just kill this skeleton.
It's gonna sound so stupid. They give money? Yeah, there's a Ronald. Just go down the 90% way here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I never grabbed this. We're so close. Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Right where you get the mallet. I don't know where you're going.
Oh, there's one right here.
Oh, there's one right here. Yeah. Whoops. Where's that gonna spawn?
Oh my lord! Not used to coming up this way.
Yeah, this is non-standard. You only need one.
Jesus.
That's interesting. Okay, good to know that that doesn't give money then.
Yeah, I could have just grabbed the Ronald if I needed to. In
Palace
4-3, yeah.
Castle.
Yes. 4-3 of the castle. But I decided not to because I was like, oh, I should be fine.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Oh, I found some of the code that deals with like when it loads scenes too, so I can look into that to see if we can just skip everything and go right to the castle. I hope we can't.
I'm kind of shocked
but
that mask that we killed didn't give money. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, because it gives so much like other money in throughout the castle. So, my man, this is the one that gives you the shield. Mamori.
Looks like a character from Mulan. The like short guy out of like the main soldiers. I love Mulan.
Oh, sorry.
We're gonna watch Mulan after this.
Oh, okay. I'm not. I'm gonna stream, but
yeah, you gotta stream Mulan.
No. I want Disney on my butt. Just getting all our final percents here. Is there anything else?
No.
Cool. And then we'll finish the game. And the final fight, quite difficult, let me tell you. Very hard fight. We've not trivialized it, but we made it much easier and way faster, 90%, with the damage tech we keep talking about.
I'm gonna lose time.
And when you have all these upgrades...
Wait, no, I'm not.
That's so satisfying. I love it so much. Actually, I didn't do that. Like, I just hovered the whole way because there's an updraft there. And, Biz and friends were not very happy. Yeah. So there's phases, don't worry. That's not the whole fight. I thought that was the whole fight when I was doing it casually, and then there was the second phase. I was so mad. Because it took me a very long time. Yeah.
I love having Jingu just waiting for him.
Yeah. It's actually like a pretty short window where you can send that Jingu to. Or I guess you can just do it like early. Yeah, so we got all these staff upgrades. Initiative. What did you say?
It didn't heal. I started that like immediately.
Oh yeah. And then we've also got confidence on, which doubles your damage. It's not a confidence. It's so funny. And do you have Serenity on?
Yeah.
So we are healing.
Oh wait. Elegant. Sorry, not so.
Oh, okay. So, Serenity is the one that gives you damage boost at full health. That's the fight, by the way. Nice job. So, I thought he was healing so we'd be at full health for reaction damage.
We were taking double damage, and if we get hit on like every phase, it's possible to still die. So
yeah, going by HP. Asahi's redemption arc, which started at the Asahi chase, but
Nice.
be gold. Because I think we hit our donation goal.
Yeah. Let us know if we are allowed to pet the dog.
Asahi's not the dog. He's Fox. And we can't pet him.
That'd be so funny if you could pet Ozzy.
What's up, little guy?
Look at him.
Alright. Very important.
We'll give him all the pets.
All dogs go to heaven. Known fact. Oh, well, we're gonna Ken Pogo here because the little balls rolled away.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Pogo those balls to get up there. Here's a pretty tough skip coming up.
Out with elegance.
Not for her. Not with elegance. That saves like at least 20 seconds. I think it's more than that. So
140.01.
yeah.
With some pets.
With pets.
So that is Bo 100%. Normally you'd have to wait through the credits to see 100%, obviously, but I'm not gonna wait through all that. So, but yeah, that was our submission for Bo. I'd love to show this off at SGDQ 25. Please consider. Also, you get to run around and
Whee!
but yeah, that was Bo Path of the Teal Lotus. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Peace.